Semper Fi! Hoorah! Hello everybody, I'm DerTebbers. Welcome to Marine Corps Air Station Beaufort. Aboard our Vought F-8 Crusader. No, I've never been a Marine, but I knew plenty. Alright, let's put some flaps on. Yeah, look at that. Nice, very nice. Now you'll notice the way the front of this aircraft moves. That is actually very specific for this aircraft. Alright, we're here at the end of the runway at Marine Corps Air Station Beaufort. Aboard our Vought F-8 Crusader, originally the F-8U, the single-engine supersonic carrier-based air superiority jet aircraft, replaced the Vought F-7U Cutlass, served principally in the Vietnam War, and was the last American fighter with guns as a primary weapon, earning it the title, the last of the gunfighters. Let's power up our Pratt & Whitney J57P-28 afterburning turbojet, 10,700 pounds dry, 18,000 pounds of thrust afterburning. Just like that, we're in the air. 18,000 pounds of thrust does a lot of performance there. Beautiful looking aircraft. Look at that. Very nice. Very nice. Alright. The RF-8 Crusader was a photo recon version of this aircraft. It operated longer in the U.S. service than any of the fighter versions. The RF-8s played a crucial role in the Cuban Missile Crisis, providing essential low-level photographic recon, there we go, impossible to acquire by any other means. In September 1952, the United States Navy announced a requirement for a new fighter. It was to have a top speed of Mach 1.2 at 30,000 feet and a climb rate of 25,000 feet per minute. Landing speed of no more than 100 miles per hour. Korean War experience had demonstrated a .5-inch machine gun no longer sufficient. As the result, the new fighter had to carry 20mm cannon. Unusual for a fighter, the aircraft had a high mounted wing, which necessitated the use of fuselage-mounted short and light landing gear. You are fast, aircraft. Stop it. The Crusader, powered by that Pratt & Whitney J57, was equipped with an afterburner that, unlike on later engine, was either fully lit or off. So it didn't have staged afterburner like many afterburning engines. The engine produced that 18,000 pounds at full power, enough to lift that F-8 to climb straight up in a clean config, which we are not in, of course. The most innovative aspect of the design was the variable incidence wing, which pivoted by 7 degrees out of the fuselage on takeoff. Now this is not to be confused with variable sweep wings. Now this variable incidence afforded an increased lift due to the greater angle of attack without compromising forward visibility because the fuselage stayed level. The Crusader became a day fighter operating off the aircraft carriers. At the time, the United States Navy carrier air wings had gone through a series of day and night aircraft due to rapid advances in engine and avionics. Some squadrons operated aircraft for very short periods before being equipped with newer, higher performance aircraft. The Crusader was the first post-Korean War aircraft to have a relatively long tenure with the fleet, and like the United States Air Force's Republic F-105 Thunder Chief, might have stayed in service longer if not for the Vietnam War and the resulting attrition from combat and operational losses. The Crusader was not an easy aircraft to fly and was often unforgiving in carrier landings, where it suffered from yaw instability. And the poorly designed castered nose undercarriage made steering on the deck problematic. Safe landing required the carrier to steam at full speed to lower the relative landing speed for Crusader pilots. The lack of the the stacks of the oil-burning carriers on which the Crusader served belched thick black smoke, sometimes obscuring the flight deck, leaving the Crusader pilots dependent on the landing signal officer's radioed instructions. It earned a reputation an ensign killer during its early service introduction. Not surprisingly, the Crusader's mishap rate was relatively high compared to its contemporaries, the A4 Skyhawk and the F4 Phantom II. However, it did possess some amazing capabilities, as proved when several Crusader pilots took off with the wings folded. One of these episodes took place on 23 August 1960. A Crusader with the wings folded took off from Napoli Capodichino in full afterburner, climbed the 5,000 feet, and then returned to land successfully. The pilot complained that the control forces were higher than normal. You think? The Crusader was capable of flying in this state, though the pilot would be required to reduce aircraft weight by ejecting stores and fuel prior to landing. The Crusader became a bomb truck in war, with both ship-based Navy units and land-based Marine Corps units attacking communist forces in both North and South Vietnam. Despite the last gunfighter monkey era, the F-8 achieved only 4 victories with their cannon. The remainder were accomplished with the AIM-9 Sidewinder, partially due to the propensity of the 20mm Colt Mark 12 cannon's feeding mechanism to jam under high G-load during high-speed dogfight maneuvers. Not exactly the best thing if you're, dogfighting. Crew, a one-person, of course, because it's a fighter jet. Maximum speed was Mach 1.86 at 36,000 feet. Combat radius 450 miles or 730 kilometers. Along with her 420mm Colt Mark 12 cannons, she had 2 hard points on the side fuselage mount for in the Y position. You can see that. The interesting way it's mounted. And 2 underwing pylon stations for 4,000 pounds of payload. I'm going to try to land this aircraft. Ha 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 ha. Let's pop the air brakes and see what we can see. There's her belly brakes right there. This is a very nice looking aircraft. I do like the look of it. I think it's been well modeled on the exterior. Alright, inside our plane. It looks not bad. Not bad at all. Where is our runway? Our runway is behind us, if I remember correctly. Alright, where is our speeds? Speed is high. I have the engine throttle all the way down, by the way. I have almost this entire time had this engine throttle all the way down. Makes me think that just perhaps the aircraft has a bit too much power in this model that they've created, but we'll see. Alright, let's try to put her on the deck. And not crash her on the deck. That would be a good idea. Alright, I'm trying to slow it down so that we can actually, deploy landing gear. That would be a good thing. Well, there's a nice look of her. Aw, she's beautiful. In her way. In her way, she's beautiful. I'm really praying we get to a low enough speed. What is my speed? We're still going that fast, really?
Sync rate.
I know. Oh, good. We got our gears out. Thank goodness. Oh, my goodness. Oh, stop it.
Sync rate.
Stop.
Sync rate.
Stop. Alright, let's see if we can clear this tree that they've let grow up at the end of the runway for reasons I don't fully understand.
Sync rate.
I know what I'm doing. Shut up, talking man.
Sync rate.
I don't really, but we're going to pretend like I do. Brakes in. Look at this. And there we go. Brakes on. Look at that. That is a clean landing. Even on center line. What? I'm deviating now, but the landing was on center line. What? Are you kidding me? All right. Stop the plane. There we go. All right. Braking brakes on. Let's look at our numbers here. Shift 1. There we go. Up close and personal on that. 2 gives me autopilot. 3, there's my comm stack. 4, there's a GPS. 5, no, that's it. All right. And our cockpit opens. All right. That is our Vought F-8 Crusader. This is a really nice model. There are 5, 6 of these planes. in the download, so you get your choice. I just happen to choose the Marine Corps one. The link, of course, is in the description as always. I've been DerTebbers. This has been your Flight Simulator Explained Spotlight, the Vought F-8 Crusader. This one is a good looker. I like it. Probably needs to be in your library if you like military jets. Till next time, don't let the last gunfighter come for you.